Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Dominopoulos, and today's video is going to be Big Boy APOC time. We're finally here. If you guys have been following along with my journey, you know we've been doing this with the 3 yellow horsemen. We're trying to save as many resources as humanly possible to get through this older content and to get the big prize, which is APOC. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like my stuff. So let me pull up the video, and we'll talk as we go. So here it is. The whole idea of this journey was to never build Scourge teams for any of the Horsemen. If you want to build the Horsemen up, by all means, go ahead. I'm not telling you to, telling you not to, but you can do this with 3 yellow Horsemen. You never have to build them up. You just, just do them in to get the big prize, which is your APOC. So we're going right in. First node, it's going to be Mystic characters. You don't even need to use the Horsemen on this node. I am going to use it. You try to keep your roster as narrow as possible, so you save up your resources. So I'm doing it with 2 Night Stalkers. That's Agatha and Moon Knight, and we're going to do it with Doom, and we're going to do it with Spider Weaver. I love Spider Weaver, especially for PvE content, but she's still relevant. She's still around. So that's an unfortunate rewind over on her, but that's okay. We'll still get her dodges up. You're going to want to get the M under control, which she already is, and then you're going to go after this Zim. You could see when we got bleeds on ourselves, we start attacking ourselves because of Zim. So you get him stunned, and that takes care of that, and you also just want to get him dead. We're going to save the ultimate because we're not in any danger right now. So I'm going to save that ultimate for as long as we can, and in general, same thing with Doom's ultimate. Save it for when you need it. I'm going to try to get through that Moon Dragon. Don't worry, this isn't an older Moon Dragon. This is a pre-worked Moon Dragon. And with all this content, you're going to, the reworks, it depends on when the content came out to how they're going to be structured. So hopefully I can help you out with that, with all content. So now we get another Phyla that dropped. We don't want Phyla doing anything. We also don't want Madeline Pryor doing anything. So we focused on her, and she's already in trouble. And you can see I got a bunch of stars on these characters, and that's why they're doing so well. But these characters are easily accessible. I'd say if you got, the new Night Stalkers, you got Blade, you got Oath, you got Man-Thing, you could use them here too. So as the game evolves, if you're watching this video at a later date, just use the current raid teams. Like that's the whole idea, is to keep you. We're not going to build anything specifically to get through this content, even though other characters might be better and get you through it. Doesn't matter as long as you get through it, and then you don't have to worry about building things specifically for this. You could just build the core of your roster and work from there, and that's pretty much what we've done in this entire journey. That's been the whole idea. So I'm going to keep going after the Phylas. Yeah, go after the Phylas. We don't want her doing anything. Even though she probably would use, or she will use her ult next, because she was, oh wait, no, she was stunned, so she probably, she wouldn't have gotten that ability, but that's okay. Keep working through those Phylas, and we're through. Phylas are gone. We're going to save that Doom ult. I finally decided to put the Disrupt over there after he's basically dead. I should have used that to take off the dodge on Mystique, but I didn't. I did not. So now we're going to get a charge back up. Now there are T4s on this Weaver. Gives you 1 charge on the special and 3 charges on the ult. And in Crucible it gives you more. That's a Crucible ability. So we want Emma either dead, controlled, ability blocked, about to be dead, and then we got to go after this Zim. You can see when we have bleeds on ourselves, we're going to attack ourselves, and you can get unfortunate if one of your stronger characters targets one of your weaker characters, and they're dead. So now it's time for the Doom ult, because everybody's left on the board. And because Moon Knight had offense up, he's going to have the highest stat boost on the team at the time you used his ult. So he's going to be the one that goes for the ride. I would love for Agatha to be the one to go for the ride, but that's okay. We'll survive. And let's get through that Zim. We want that Zim gone. You want the Zim gone. Now, luckily, there's no Hela out there, because he'll keep reviving as long as there's a Hela out there. But there wasn't, and we're almost through the node, and you should probably hit auto. I should have probably hit auto. I still didn't hit auto. Hey, I hit auto. Probably for the last attack. Yep, There we go. I autoed the last attack. So, next node. And we're through it. Now I'm 3-starring everything. Just because I want to at this point. You need to 3-star everything to get to this point. But you just need to get through this stuff. But we're going to 3-star it anyway. Why not? So next section is Mutant with Gear Tier 17 and Blue ISO 5. Again, you don't need to use the Horsemen on this node, but why not? Why not? And we're going to do it with Extreme. Same characters we've been using on all levels for all the sagas and all the individual stuff. Same characters. This is your current Mutant Raid team. When they do, there's about 10 seconds of black space here because my game decided to lag and I forgot to edit this part out. So I'm going to use this time to let you know that when a new Mutant Raid team comes out, which is coming in 2, 3, 4 months, whatever it is, use them. That's the whole idea. Use your Raid and Arena stuff to get through this so you don't have to build anything else specifically for this content. Now, Extreme is a good team, so you're probably going to want to build them anyway, regardless of them getting replaced. And you don't know how they're going to get shuffled around. But let's go ahead and stun the Weaver. Stun the Weaver. So Weaver does nothing. And then we want to ability block the Squirrel Girl with this next attack. Yep, and we are able to. So Squirrel Girl does nothing. So she takes a turn under ability block. That means her next turn she's going to use her ult anyway. So we're not worried about her cleansing. So we're still going after that Weaver. It did not land the ability block, but she's dead. So we're good. I'm going not to use the special here. If you have a bigger rogue, by all means use the special. I'm trying not to get the taunt put on her because I don't want her to be the one taking the damage because she is the weakest character that I'm bringing in for this. So I don't want to draw any attention to her. Even though she probably would survive with the taunt up. I'm not taking any chances because you don't need to because Extreme does very well here. Now, see the Cap Sam gets his ultimate off and speeds everybody up over there, which is a little obnoxious, but it's okay. You have great sustain on this team. That's one of this and Spider Society, the two of the earliest teams that they give you in this game, have just incredible sustain. Which is great for content like this. So you can see 8 billion buffs is lagging my game out, which is great. And then we had the ultimate ready, which basically almost neuters the entire node. And we use the ult here, and it should crush. Now Squirrel Girl did get sped up, but not sped up enough to take a turn and clear everything. So I'm just going to use the ult. I'm not even going to worry about ability blocking her. Just get them all dead, and then take out the Kestrel. So that is your last issue on this. Now, my Extreme is fairly big. I think everything is 7 stars except Nightcrawler. They're easy enough to get, and you can do this with them at lower levels, just because of their sustain. Like they're going to do fine. I'd imagine 5s are all fine, but if you're at this point in the game, you probably have them bigger. So we're through that node. We got more stuff. Did we get more APOC stuff? We didn't get APOC stuff. All right, next node. This gets us more APOC stuff. There we go. Bio characters. So, I think in the last time I did this for like the baby APOC, I didn't even bother bringing Red Hulk in because you don't have to. It's just bio characters. But why not? Let's do it. Blue ISO 5 is not as hard of a thing to do anymore as it used to be. It used to be a real grind to get that stuff, but it's not really an issue here. So we got a Psylocke. That's an issue. We got that... Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, a little bit of an issue, and the Valkyries a little bit of an issue. And you can see these characters are pretty big. You can do it with them smaller, but no, Annihilators are farmable. So I just recently got my Gladiator up to 6, and I just recently got my Gore up to 6, but they can do this at 5. Well, you can see how strong post-Annihilator, Annihilator and post-Annihilator characters can do. That's great damage. We really do want that Psylocke on before she flips everything back to us. And you could also see how annoying that Valkyrie can be. Because she's going to do that. She's got a 50% chance to do that. Doesn't mean it's always going to happen, but Lady Thor, or she doesn't like being called that, Miss Jane, Dr. Jane Foster over there, can do some damage, especially to your baby tiny Red Hulk. That's why we got him over on the opposite side as far as humanly possible. And we're going to want to get this Surfer dead now, because if Surfer ults, my Red Hulk is probably done. So Unfortunate that I'm blinded there. But we should be able to, yeah, let's get the ult off there, and let's make sure that Surfer goes, because that can come across and do some serious damage if you're using a smaller Red Hulk. I was hoping that would get the Icarus before that happened, but it didn't. But you can see, because there's no Xerxes out there, nothing flipped, and we didn't get rewound. So we're in. This didn't go perfectly well, to be honest. This could have gone better. You can see my Red Hulk's getting close. Getting really, really close. But I want my 3 stars on this. I just want it. I want a 3-star everything. I'm a completionist. I want to do it. So we're almost through. The Red Hulk ones have predominantly been the hardest, most difficult ones for me. Again, this is a bio section, so if you wanted to use your Hive Mind on this, I'm sure it would do fine. But I have a feeling Hive Mind's going to be replaced. Again, I have no inside information onto that. I just got a feeling it's getting close to that time. Even though the mutants are going to be the ones that go first, they're just going to, a bunch of them are going to get moved around. So we're not through it yet. Your Red Hulk can at 3 yellow. Again, if you're doing this the way I'm doing it, and you're doing it with 3 yellow, your Red Hulk can get one shot here by a lot of different people. But I even have more shards for my Red Hulk. Look, almost got him. Almost got him. So close. I do have more shards for my Red Hulk, because they gave us 100 for free, because they messed something up like a month ago. But I'm not even putting them on. I want to do this with the 3 yellow. I want to show that it can be done. Not that you should, but if you want to, it's possible. It is very possible. You can see I got close on that. Like a little bit of luck. Again, didn't have to have him survive, but I want it. I want the 3 stars on everything. So at this point, Icarus really isn't a threat. Jane Foster's got to go. Dr. Jane Foster. Doctor. And then the Valk. We probably should auto, but I'm scared that something crazy is going to happen and kill my Red Hulk. So, we're through it. We're through it. Again, you can get unlucky. You might have to restart, but you're allowed to restart. That's okay. That's the beauty of this content. And there we go. We got another star level on our APOC. And next node. Only mutant characters. And again, you don't necessarily have to use the Horsemen on this, but why not? Now, again, this is going to be a mutant section, so this will probably be a little bit easier, because they do great. I'm going to try to stun the Omega Red, I believe, and I don't know if it happens. It does not happen. So if you do want to restart, make sure you get that. By all means, go ahead. You don't have to, because now I'm going to drop the ability block on them. There we go. There we go. And that's all you really need. I'm going to use the stun over here to stop some pings. Not that you really need to, because everybody's pretty healthy. But again, I don't want to use that special, because I don't want the taunt on Rogue being my smallest character. All right, let's see how much this takes out. Takes out a nice piece, and the Omega Red is gone. And because there's a million characters out, and we got the ult ready, why not? Now, I kind of want that Moondragon dead before she does that, because now everybody's going to heal up. Unfortunate, but we're still fine. Ability blocking my Nightcrawler again, slightly unfortunate. We're okay. I don't think we had any abilities ready anyway. Stun on the Gambit, again, little unfortunate, but you can see how good this team is. And again, I do have a decent amount of stars on these characters, but they do well. Yeah, scared of using the special, aren't you? Nope, still used it, because I didn't want Phyla clearing what's left of the debuffs that I do have over there, but the ability block didn't land because of how small my Rogue is. And I have her set to Striker, which most people do endgame. I actually have her Skirmisher on my my other account, but again, we're buffed up and we're in good shape. So who are we going to stun here? Silver Samurai I don't want doing anything, and I also don't want Lady Deathstrike doing anything. You can see the dodge got peeled off from her, so she's going to be one of the priorities. And now back to the Phyla, because I don't want Phyla using her special and ruining everything that I've put down there. Pushing it by staying away from her. All right, the ultimate should take care of that. Yep. There we go. Took care of a lot of that. And then the Weaver and the Omega Red. So I'm going to flip that speed up. I don't want Nakia doing anything, and she's almost dead. Let's see what we got here. Still staying away from the Weaver. I don't want to hit her unless I'm going to use something on her that's going to control her. I don't want her taking a turn. I don't want her getting her charges up. So we're going to stay away from the Weaver, and then we can get the ability block landed here with Gambit. Gets the speed up for everybody, and Weaver's in trouble. And the Omega Red is your next issue. Lady Deathstrike, again, can be an issue. Let's see if we can flip as much of this stuff as we can. Does that stop him from taking a turn? No, it got him dead. And then we could auto from here. All right. And again, these nodes are especially with Extreme, much easier. Much easier. When we get to the end, we have to use our 3 yellow horsemen plus a mission-provided apocalypse to get through stuff. That's where it gets a little bit more difficult with using the smaller horsemen. But we still do get through it. I think one of the nodes I had to restart once, but that was it. Still got through them with the 3 yellow. So, more red stars for APOC. What's next? We'll do that at the end. And 3 MSF originals. So these are the 3 MSF originals that I went to it. I used these on the baby APOC unlock, and I'm using the same. That is a mission-provided Fury, so you can't even pull him out. He's in there, which is fine. I used Weaver, Deathpool, and Kestrel. You can use Vol. It's fine. There's a lot of people using Vol in DD8. Vol's still using. But we're going to use the special here. Get some speed up, spread up across everybody. That puts us ahead. And we're going to stun She-Hulk. Why not? Stun She-Hulk. Now, the good thing about, especially even with Ghost Rider over there, if you have charges up, his retaliates miss and they don't peel charges off. So you can go all day. With that, I still think I go over here for some kills, though. Yep. See, we lost a charge on his attack, but we didn't... actually, no, it did peel off. Look at that. It's not supposed to do that. So who do we go after? I probably should go after the She-Hulk. Might have wanted to ultimate on that, just to get She-Hulk gone. I don't want She-Hulk doing anything. So, let's get her dead. She can flip all... once she gets enough charges, I think it's 4 or 5 or whatever it is, she could flip all the debuffs off of Gamma back onto you. And you don't want that happening. We're going to use the basic. Probably should use the special just for the damage, but whatever. I'm going to call some minions out, draw some of the attacks away. But again, you can see we're not really in a terrible threat. Kestrel is very easy to get her stars on her. She's a Dark Dimension character, and they give you enough gold credits to get her up to 7 red right away. One nice trick with her too. Once you're going to get her up very early, and you get her 7 red on her early. You can actually blast through all the incursion nodes with her by herself. You don't have to put 5 characters in there. You can just go in with 1 character with Kestrel, and she'll get you through far enough to start farming your Spider Weaver and your Kang, and your Zombie Iron Man, if you want to go for Undying. So yeah, we're not. You can see the minions are taking care of a lot of things. Let's spread that slow around as best as we can. Who do we ult on? We ult on the Dark Beast, or we ult on the Ghost Rider? All right. I guess I was scared of retaliates, which is fine. These minion basics, they can rewind speed bar. It's not every time, but it is possible. That's what I was trying to do. And if there is a slow out, and you use his special, the shield officer, shield whatever tank guy's special, it will provide stun. But if there's no slow, it's not going to stun. So, fun fact of the day. But you can see I got the stun on Braun, which was good. And we're getting close. Again, you can see at no point am I really in any terrible threat with this, which is good. And let's see if we can pick off a minion, and we can get a follow-up attack. Still not through that, but we're getting close. Again, it's possible that the Mr. Negative up there can make you target yourself and do some damage and cause some problems, but Not too worried. Almost got him dead. Wanted him dead. Almost got the Fury, huh? Look at that. We get the stun. He has the most speed bar. And then we got our charges back up, and we're in great shape. Although, good old negative over there. That might have actually done some damage. I don't know. But that's the whole point of Weaver. You can see what Weaver does in the Mystic sections of this, too. You can see those charges just provide so much utility. Just all those dodges. I'm going to go back to doing the special again. Get everyone sped up. We got offense ups. We're hitting defense downs. We're getting pings. We're ripping through. I'm going to use this over here to chain around. Get another charge up. Not that it's necessary at this point. Counterattacked, block that chain, but that's fine. And one more attack should do it. Maybe. Kestrel ping. Ping. Done. So those are the three MSF originals that I used all the way through. I could understand if you want to use Vol. It's just she's on a dead team. Still a good character, but I don't know. That is just me. So Morgan Le Fay. So here's one where you actually have to use a Horseman. So it's Morgan Le Fay and anybody you want on your roster, if it ever loads. There we go. You could literally use anybody. Anybody that you have at Gear 17, Blue ISO 5. I just went with the original Mystic team that I had, just because. Obviously, you could use APOC if you want. You have your baby APOC. You can use APOC if you want. So I probably made this node more difficult than it needed to be, even though you could see how not difficult it was. But you could bring in stronger characters from this. I'm just using what they had. The one thing you do have to be careful about is once you get through, I think it's through this wave, and the rogue drops. See, I tried staying away from the ultimate because I didn't want the rogue dropping yet when I have no speed bar on anybody. And then she drops with speed bar loaded, and now we're stuck behind her taunt. So that can cause an issue. Again, you can bring in different characters. You can bring in APOC, if you want, and get through this. But you can see I'm stuck behind this taunt now, and can cause some issues. I'm going to steal some of those buffs. I got the immunity. Let's get, already had charges, but that's fine. You can see that this not the easiest thing to get stuck behind. You could get unlucky. I used the Doom ult. There's the safety valve there. So, like I said, you can get unlucky with that, but it's okay. You could restart, and you can see even with getting unlucky, we're still getting it through it, and I probably could be using a better team. For some reason, the stunned guy is popping out assists. Gotta love this game. Stun the Jubes, only real threat here. Or dead the Jubes. Kitty Pride can be obnoxious because she could put up dodges and cause problems, but we're not worried about it at this point. We should be in auto mode. I think that rogue probably scared me away from auto, even though it doesn't need to be. See, now we got a disrupt on her and she can't get dodges. And get another dodge loop, everybody's favorite mechanic in the game, good old dodge. Dodge. Gotta love them dodges. Dodge. It's a dodge-a-thon. All right, we're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost to the hard part. Not even that hard, but we're almost to the hard part with 3 yellow horsemen. So Rogue and Archangel, I got to use both of them on this, so you got to thin down your extreme team for this node. Let's see who I take out. Oh, it's Rogue and Archangel and anybody you want again. Forgot about that. So, again, you could use APOC. You could use anybody you want in this. I just decided to go with the extreme. Drop the Sunspot. That's fine. And they're going to do just fine. I think I actually did reset this node once. I think I got unlucky with something. Try to stun the Morgan. It doesn't always land. Well, there you go. It did not land. It does have a chance to land if you want to reset it and go ahead and make sure that it lands. Again, ability block did not land. I should have done the basic there to put out bleeds, but I'm not smart. And we're going to see if we can get the ability block here. So third attempt, finally got the ability block done. But now we're stuck behind a Wong taunt. So if you get that initial stun down, then you could do the ability block on Wong, and you won't get stuck behind his taunt, which can be obnoxious. But you can see how good this team is. Even with the 3 yellow horsemen, the other 3 of them are actually going to carry this. Do I use the ult here? I probably should. Yep, there we go. Try to get that Morgan dead before she starts popping off abilities. And again, because we're killing other characters, Archangel is rewinding people, which is good. Which is good. We don't want Morgan doing anything. Mr. Negative, again, can be a bit of an issue, but he made my 3 yellow horsemen attack my other 3 yellow horsemen, so we're fine. We are fine. Not too much damage done. Again, we keep rewinding because of those pings. Very good. But you can see how obnoxious we're getting stuck behind this long taunt can be. So if your opening goes better, this whole entire node will go much easier. Not that it was difficult in the first place. Again, I do have a decent-sized team, so should be using the basic there, but I'm not smart enough to do it and put bleeds on everybody because I'm not going to do any damage with a 3 yellow horseman, so there was no point in getting offense up. So now that the Morgan's almost done, we have to make sure that Morgan's done, and we got to take care of the Red Hulk. And we see Gambit's ult, and the pings, and rewind, die. And we get the stun over there. We did not get the stun over there, but we got enough damage, so we're in good shape. And you're dead. And you're rewound, and hit auto. Almost there. And we're almost at the Horseman nodes. So, I think the first node took me 1 or 2 resets to do with the Horseman. As low as they are. Obviously, if you have bigger horsemen, it's going to go much, much easier. But the damage really isn't there when they're at 3 yellow. So here it is. Only horsemen. Only horsemen. So this is what made it a little bit of a challenge. But again, it really wasn't a terrible, terrible challenge. You just got to spread out the damage and slow play it. So you can see, little baby horsemen. I'm going to do Morgan in the middle. Archangel, the Rogue, and the Red Hulk. We're going to leave the gap over there for APOC. Wherever you leave the gap is where they're going to give you your APOC. Now, the goal here is to get rid of Icarus and Xerxes and try not to let Kestrel even take an attack. Because Kestrel can one-shot these 3 yellow horsemen. So we're going to go over and we're going to rewind. Now they got APOC there. Red Hulk's going to do even better. They pair very well together. I didn't necessarily need another ability block on a character that was ability blocked, but I really wanted the damage on the Kestrel. So I'm going over here to get some rewinds. Like, it wasn't even important because of those 2 minions that dropped in over there, so now they're rewind even better. Now, here's the important move. We're going to stun Icarus. I'm trying to figure out what to do here and eventually figure it out. We're going to stun Icarus because he's going to go next. And when he goes, he's going to be under stun. Not enough damage went for him to clear it. Now he's stunned, and now he's on his next turn. So we avoided Icarus taking a turn because he would just wipe us out. Completely wipe us out on that. So we rewound again, and we're going to rewind again. We're going to keep going after these guys. Just keep going and going and going. And hopefully APOC takes care of the rest. And you can see Xerxes got her speed up, her health and speed back up. So did he. That only happens once when they drop below 50 whatever percent. 40%, whatever it is. And we get Icarus done, and now we don't really have to worry as much about the Xerxes, especially because she is ability blocked, and she does have trauma. Now, we got to get Weaver, we got to get Emma, and we got to get Doom. And we got to control them. The ability block landed. I think I got a little lucky there. We're going to spread from here. And we got the ability block over there. And on Doom, but I don't think I'm going to be able to kill Doom in time before he comes around. So I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to leave him alone for now. And he doesn't have his ult first turn anyway. So that ability block's almost kind of a waste. Because I'm more concerned about his next turn than anything. Again, I'm too stupid to use the basic because that would provide bleeds, which would be a good thing. But nope, not smart. Again, staying away. Might as well get the Weaver dead while we can. I'm going to put a vulnerable over on him. I'm not too worried about that pushing him at all, but I did want the vulnerable. Am I going to do some damage on him, or am I going to go back to Weaver? Okay, we're going to start doing some damage to him, but we are probably going to need another ability block before his next turn. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Pushed APOC all the way off the screen. Thought he was dead there for a second. He was just non-existent. Almost got him. Almost got my Archangel. All right, let's go ahead and push some people back. See that Xerxes is still chilling, but she's ability blocked, so not really much of an issue. Now there's the ability block that I was looking for. And now we can go ahead and kill that Doom. Yeah? No? Okay. Do a little bit more rewinding and more rewinding. Okay. Go after the Doom. Get the Doom dead. It's actually a fair amount of damage for a tiny little guy. And we're going to do the ultimate here. It does, the battlefield effect does persist between waves, so we're good. And we got the Doom dead. So those were, Xerxes, Icarus, Doom, Weaver, Emma, all priorities. But we're taking our time. We're taking our time. We're going to get as many cooldowns back as we can, if possible. And you see Archangel on them kills, dumping dumping energy to everybody. So that was a mistake there. I should have done that on the Gambit because I needed to remove that from Dormammu. I got lucky that Archangel was able to move that off with his ultimate, being as small as he is. Now I want Gambit dead before Gambit kills one of my characters. Where am I going to put the stun? Am I putting the stun on Gambit? Yeah, I don't want any more retaliates. I don't want anybody dying. I want everybody alive. I want all my stars. All right, get them all rewound. And we don't want Dormammu taking a turn. So because we have APOC, Red Hulk Special will remove revive from primary and adjacent targets. Now you can see those revives are gone. So his Captain Carter is also an issue as well. So now we got the ability block over on Dormammu. Not really much of an issue anymore. I'm finally smart enough to use a basic and put some bleeds down. Gambit still had a revive, so he did come around, but I'm not terribly concerned. Now do I go over Captain? Yeah, Captain Carter. I don't want her doing anything. I'm less concerned about Gambit at this point than I am about Captain Carter taking that turn. But let's still get through him anyway, and then try to see if we can get through Dormammu as well. Am I going to use a basic? Am I going to use a basic? No. Went straight in on Carter, which is fine. You can see the amount of damage we did. That's good. And we're going to ult, and we're almost there. I think I take out Xerxes here. Yeah, why not? Why not? The Dormammu still isn't dead. You got to die. Now he's dead. And we're almost there. I'm going to save the ult because we already used an ult, so I'm actually going to, for the next wave, drop it on him. And the next wave isn't much of an issue other than, well, you got a Kestrel and a Gambit as well. So I guess if you are coming into this at the end and you're at low health, that Gambit can ping you away. But we had an ult reloaded. Nope, still not smart enough to use the basic. Still not smart enough to use the basic. We'll get there one day. Baby steps. Baby steps. One day I'll be smart enough. And we're going to keep plowing through. Probably should have went right after the Kestrel there. That's all right. Got him stunned. Let's get rid of that Kestrel. Do a little rewind. And the Kestrel's finally done. And we're pretty much there. I'm finally smart enough to use the basic. We did it. I told you baby steps. We'd eventually get there. Bet you I hit the wrong button. And that's it. One more node. One more node. And it's another node of straight Horsemen. Do Horsemen. That's it. That's it. So this is enough to get our final star, I think, on APOC. I think that's what this is. Yep, that's the final star. And then we're going to go ahead for the awakened abilities, which is important. So that's it. And again, only Horseman characters, Gear Tier 17, Blue ISO 5. We're doing it with our tiny Horsemen. We're leaving the gap in the same place. Let's get at it. We're almost done. We're almost done. And you can see there's a couple issues on this node. Quite a bit. So we're not going to target the Weaver. We're going to rewind her because of that ultimate. We're going to do another rewind here and remove the revives. We're going to do it in the middle, even though APOC can't revive. So that's not a visual bug. It's just an unnecessary one. And I think we go straight after the APOC here. Let's see if the charge provides a stun. I mean, she's already ability blocked, but yep, the charge provides a stun. And let's kill the APOC. We never want APOC doing anything. And APOC's done. So after that, let's go ahead and get that Dormammu, and we got to get that Weaver. So went right in for the Morgan. I probably should have basic there. Yep, I'm going to see if I can get the ability block. Yep, we got it. I guess maybe Dormammu could have been an option too, but we have another ability block. So we pretty much used up everything there to get through, but we controlled the characters we needed to control. And we're going to waste the stun? Nope. Good. Good. I'm going to triple tap and triple tap. We want Dormammu gone. I don't want any games being played. I don't want to, I don't want nothing. I want Dormammu gone. Let's get him dead. And because we got that disrupt up 2, hey, we're using a basic. Because we got that disrupt up 2, he's not going to go into stealth under 50%, and APOC got us through. So let's get the Weaver dead. Let's not play any games. Even though she is fully controlled, just get it done. Just get it done. I probably should wait for Red Hulk to come back around with his special to remove that revive. But I'm probably not. Oh, maybe I am. Wow. Now that was dumb. Maybe I was trying to get some cooldowns back. It's very possible, but I could have gotten rid of that revive with his special. Yep, maybe I'm just trying to waste some time and get some cooldowns back, which is a strategy. It is a strategy. Or basic. All right, so a couple priorities again. Let's go ahead and use the ult. Yep, go ahead. Basically, you don't want anyone here doing anything. You don't want Kang taking a turn. You got to get hella dead before you kill the zombie Iron Man. You don't want Rogue going into using her special and getting the taunt up and getting stuck behind her, because then you're in trouble. And you can see that Gambit is pinging away. So let's get rewinds over here. Get everyone rewound a little bit. You can see our Rogue is under fire. Where are we going to get the ability block? We're going to do it on Red Hulk. Let's do it on Red Hulk. And we're good. It didn't land. Okay. Well, he only has 3 charges. If he got up to 5 charges, we would be in trouble. Am I going to rewind? No. Let's ult. We're playing with fire here. Definitely playing with fire. Now, don't touch that Red Hulk. If you touch him, he gets his 5th charge. He's going to blast his ultimate off, and then you're going to be in trouble. Let's get rid of the Kang before the Kang does anything. We got a little bit more rewinding. We're good. Now, Red Hulk's going to take his turn before he gets his 5th charge. So it's only going to be the special, which you can see did a healthy amount of damage. But he does have his 5th charge now, so now you want him dead before he takes a turn. So who are we going to stun? We're stuck behind a reflexive taunt from Rogue. Luckily, that wasn't the special taunt when she's fully buffed up. And then that becomes much, much more of a problem. We have another Weaver. Let's punch her out of existence. Again, the zombie Iron Man can be an issue too, especially if you do have some bleeds on you. But you can see how awesome APOC is. And that's the whole point of us doing this, because APOC is awesome. APOC is awesome. APOC is awesome. That's it. We're almost there. We're going to auto. We're going to auto the last part out, or we're going to play it out. Let's go ahead and play it out. That's it, guys. We did it. We got ourselves our big boy APOC. We got it with 3 Yellow Horsemen. If you wanted to follow that path, using the least amount of resources to get through some of this older content. That's the whole point of all this stuff. Let's not waste any resources. Keep the roster narrow. Let's use our raid and arena teams. And that's really it, guys. I'm so thankful for anyone that followed along with this journey with me. Apocalypse has risen. Love you guys. I'm out.